Here we are, getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
It's time for our tale. Carl, the Cobra Froch, one of the greatest super middleweight champions of all time, fighting out of Nottingham, United Kingdom. Sugar Ray Robinson. Many consider him to be the greatest fighter in the history of this sport. Inducted into the International Hall of Fame in 1990, he fights out of Harlem, New York.
It'll be ding-ding from first brother off.
Well, we're all set. Let's go into the ring for the classy Jimmy.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, introducing from Nottingham, England, a super middleweight champion of the world, Carl the Cobra.
You can tell both of these fighters. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Good counter punching. They score again with the left hand. Timing beats speed, speed beats power. The hottest ticket in town for this fight tonight.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the fans of the people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way. Fighter will say no mas. Oh, that punch. And this is with that jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance without
There's the bell to start round two. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Keep an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take three to give one. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
Speed generates power. Timing is everything. If you've got speed, you can knock anybody out. You've just got to hit them in the right spot.
He misses with that jab. And he misses with that jab. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point. He gets out of the way of that left hand. Counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
To beat a counter-puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Got his gloves up to block the left jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. There's the bell for round 3. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Middleweight type of fights, Johnny, you're obviously not going to see the speed you see in some of the lighter divisions or the power you see in some of the heavier divisions, but you sort of get the best of both worlds.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you're in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, we'll just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs. He just misses with that jab. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Lands. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and back at it in round 4. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
Had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now you've got 2 fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
And this with that jab. Good fight. So far, both of these fighters have had their moments. Just missed with that big right hand. This fighter has tested their opponent's power and apparently isn't impressed as they continue to walk through all these power shots.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. From this moment forward, he cannot afford. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Oh, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around? And he just missed with that left jab. There's the jab, but it doesn't score. This is certainly an aggressive fighter, but that doesn't always mean success. How many times have you seen a fighter chase a superior athlete around the ring and just get picked apart even though they were the one pushing the tempo?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
This has been a very competitive round between these two. That punch landed. Defending themselves. Looks like this fighter did not work on defense this training camp. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, he is glad to have... There's the bell for round 6. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round. This fighter is sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
A big left, but doesn't score with it. Swing and a miss with that jab. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round. You both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
It's the one who draws first blood, Ted. That's what we've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Continue to miss. Both men step back for just a moment. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecard. There's the bell to start round 7. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive. And that jab just missed with the left hand. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this guy that can seriously hurt you?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job. Nice exchange here from both men. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
The problem with having a chin that everybody knows if they hit you, you're hurt, you're gone. You've got to protect that, but you've also got to get your shots off. And they forget, you can bang too.
Big swing and a miss. We approach the last 10 seconds of the round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell. There's the bell to start round 8. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come up, put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Exchange here from both men. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
What could they change? They can change their attitude. They can change their nervous system for a certain amount of punches per round. Because otherwise, if they deviate from the game plan, they're going to be shattered once again and the fight will be over.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point. Missed him with that uppercut. Another scoring shot there. He parries the right jab away. Good left hand. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute...
Both fighters starting to get tired as we start round 9. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Neither man really defending themselves. Been a very competitive round between these two. That one will count. The old adage is no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
He misses with the left uppercut. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. That bell could not have come soon enough for this. Here comes the 10th round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Pretty close fight here in this round. Nice exchange here from both men. Carl Froch got caught. Can he get out of this predicament? Good job trying to back out of trouble. No stamina, no injury, but still throwing punches. Uppercut just missed. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. He is down big time on the score.
Wow, it's like two.
This is the 11th. We've entered the championship round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
This is not good strategy. Those punches are doing nothing. Fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Jab misses. Might want to back out of the pocket here. Look how slow these punches are. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Eternity for them finally comes on to the 12th. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here. talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Work the body, frustrate them.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
That is going to be one of those what happened next shots. Where did it come from? How did he land? He didn't get knocked down. He got knocked out. I mean, out.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go. Carl, the Cobra Froch. So,
This bout is scheduled.
so much hype surrounding this. So here he goes. Could be a good one. He blocks that jab. And he misses with that jab. And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They've elevated, lifted, they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Good counter punch. Both of these fighters have had their moments. That one lands. He threw the hook, didn't land. Left counter score. He fails to score with that left hook. Nice job landing that left counter punch. Both men step back for just a moment. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no... And there's the bell for round two. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going. This fighter told us this yesterday. If he doesn't win by knockout, he doesn't consider it a real victory. That's the mentality he has.
How you deal with a slugger, you've got to use brain over bone. Bone and a matador, pop, jab, move. Get them angry.
Counter right. Beautiful counter punch. Neither fighter willing to sit down on these punches. They're arm punches. They're scoring, but they're not going to hurt anybody. That left counter was perfectly timed. Good counter punching from both these fighters. It has been a back-and-forth contest so far, no doubt about it. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. A perfect counter shot. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Catch and shoot with the left counter. Good job. Left hook missed. Great counter right hand there. Good counter right hand again. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
There's the bell to start round 3. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if he can turn it around here.
He knows he's being hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
The perfect counter lands. There's a counter shot. Keep an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take 3 to give 1. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
Sluggers are an absolute nightmare. They will stay in your face, not give you a breather, not step back when you think, all right, let's have a breather. They want to get stuck right in.
Nice counter shot. Fighters landing in these exchanges, judges going to have a tough job. That one will count. Oh, Frotch, we didn't see this coming. Is he out on his feet here? A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and that's what he's doing here. No, Carl Froch got caught. And that's exactly where he doesn't need to be. He had his moment, but has it gone by? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Not over till it's over, but that knockdown. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything full barrel because I know his legs are done. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Jab just got blocked. with the left. A lot of people love watching fighters in this weight class because they've got the speed and they've got the power.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the flyweight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight, it's the size of the average man or woman. If you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace, you can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history book.
Punch. This fighter realizes that defense is one of the scoring criteria in boxing. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
The bell sometimes.
On to the fifth we go. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
He misses with that jab. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
It has been a back-and-forth contest so far, no doubt about it. That hook won't score. This fighter's not showing us much defense at all. Left punch. So much for boxing. This is a fight. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Crotch in trouble. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance. Oh, Crotch seeing cobwebs. On to the sixth round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. This is not good strategy. Those punches are doing nothing. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
defending. Nice exchange here from both men. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. An eternity for... Here we go. It's round 7. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations you've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this guy that can seriously hurt you? Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Out of the way of that right hook. Caution being thrown to the wind. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. You start wondering. And we enter the 8th round. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
When we talk about a fighter having power, don't just look at the head punches they throw. Look at the body shots. That can be the real difference.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take you out with a simple jab. It can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Been a back-and-forth contest so far, no doubt about it. Still waiting for this fighter to show some defensive ability. And score with that left hand. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. About these two fighters gassing out as this both fighters starting to get tired as we start round 9. A lot of energy put into that last round. Can they keep it up here?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
That hook was off target. Coming back to life now, starting to land some punches. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. And the Cobra is down!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So it's onward and upward after another knockout win here.
Oh, what a shot! What a shot! You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this is on TV. Thousands around the world saw that shot. They probably even heard it.